Guys, it's time now to take a look at the best of the tournament fueled by Gatorade. It is moments like these that make Little League Baseball so spectacular. It's why we watch 12-year-olds playing a competitive sport. It's why guys like us support this and know that, yeah, they could be stars of tomorrow, but these guys are making lifelong memories and lifelong friends. It's bonds that we all experience. Up first, how amazing was this? Tennessee's Josiah Porter, who had an accident in his younger years, blind in one eye. Clinton, he hits a grand slam, first of his young career.
He had a great regional as well. This kid's story is incredible just in terms of how he's able to play baseball at all. You can see it written on his face. His left eye is actually something that he can't use. I love this story. That team fought a lot. You know, Knowlesville, they're really quite the story. There he is right there. Look at him.
All right, let's flash some leather. Chinese Taipei up 2-0 on Italy. This is Francesco Carlini, the shortstop. We'll do snag, grab, or stab later. June, your thoughts on that? He's as cool as a caprese salad.
It's just a great grab. I mean, that's the type of play that you're going to be talking about until you know the day you die, and it's going to be one of those moments that he remembers forever. And I also just love the fact that Italy has been a country that's been slowly on the rise in baseball, not just in the Little League, but also in the World Baseball Classic as well.
Yeah, Carlini's the best player on that team, and he was really the leader of that squad in a lot of ways. And let me tell you something, if you've never seen Italian base coaches, come on, guys, hit the ball. It's amazing.
Well, guys, there are a few things better than having your family there and support, but there is one thing better, and that is having your mom being interviewed live on ESPN while you go yard. Have a listen to this.
It's great. I mean, the drive-in, we flew into Baltimore. The drive-in, it just feels like home. We love the hills, and we love Pennsylvania, so it is great.
Jacob mentioned earlier that he has been dreaming about...
Wait a second, Julie. Jacob just hit one deep to right. Jacob just homered. They love Pennsylvania a little more now.
I'm going to need you to sit here the whole time. I'm going to need you to sit here the whole time. No problem.
I mean, we saw this in the big leagues with Jeremy Pena going deep for his first home run when Geronimo Pena was being interviewed. I knew that Jacob Zurich was going to do it, June, and I still get chills.
Yeah, it almost brings a little bit of a tear to my eye. I mean, like, it's just one of those moments that I mean, it would be corny in any other setting, but because it's sports and because it's real, like, how could you not love this?
Mic up mom and dad for every AB, Clinton.
Shouts to Julie Foudy and Sebastian Salazar, who do such a great job up there in Williamsport, interviewing all the parents throughout the course of all the broadcasts. You hope that you get a moment like that, and you try the entire 2 weeks. They got one, and she did well, nailed it.
When we see, June, you mentioned this earlier, the competitive purity of all of this. We've seen some tremendous acts of sportsmanship on display. We saw Jacob getting low fives from the competition, rounding the bases. I don't know if any that I've seen, at least in my memory, tops this moment of sportsmanship from earlier. In the regionals, the Southwest region, Isaiah Jarvis gets hit in the head by a pitch from East Texas's Caden Shelton. Scary moment anytime somebody gets hit upstairs. Jarvis takes first, but it's Shelton who's actually in tears out of guilt for hitting his competitor. So Jarvis goes over to console him in the middle of a game. I mean, that is terrific. And I remember where I was standing on a watch this. You just take a moment and take it in. And these kids showing us, June, what this is all about.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those moments that I think that it's going to be hard to forget. It's one of those moments I think is going to be one of the standout memories that we take away from this Little League World Series in 2022, the first year that all these teams from around the world are coming back. And I mean, it's one of those things where it's even hard to imagine this happening in professional sports, especially given how competitive and how much is at stake for a lot of these guys. So to see this kind of recontextualize the fact that, with all the pomp and circumstance, especially with an event like the Little League World Series, that this is just a game at the end of the day. And having, being able to see two guys from different teams connect in this way after something that must have shook that pitcher, it's an incredible thing to see.
Clinton,
yeah,
what do you think?
if you watch this game live, it was actually that particular part was one of the smaller emotional moments somehow of the entire scenario. That kid, the pitcher, had to leave the game because he was crying so hard and he was so distraught. They put him back in to bat. He came up to the plate. The catcher from the Tulsa team gave him a pound and was like, hey, buddy, you're back in this. He immediately first pitch swung and knocked in a run and could barely compose himself getting to first base, crumpled in the arms of his base coach, who was just looking at him like, man, thankfully, we put you back in and you stayed together. That kid Jarvis, by the way, the one who played for Tulsa, who consoled the pitcher, he was in Williamsport, going around, showing some love. They brought him up there. Just a good time all around and reminding yourself why we do any of this.
The Little League World Series revealing the best of sport. It's yet another reason why we watch.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.